Hey, Jordan, I just wanted to ask you about what you've seen from Kellen Mond and the challenge he presents in the Aggies passing game.
Of course, he's a great quarterback. He can scramble outside of the pocket. He keeps his eyes downfield when he's scrambling, so that makes him even more tougher. Um, we know we play pretty good in the scrambling quarterback game, so we should play very well against this guy.
Over to Mike Rodak.
Jordan, just how does this year compare to last year in the sense that you were a freshman last year surrounded by a lot of veterans, and now it's kind of flipped where you're out there playing with some younger guys and Malachi and some guys who haven't really been on the field quite as much?
Of course, this year has to be more of a leadership role. I have to come in. I'm a starter now, so I have to be more vocal out there when I'm teaching Malachi and everything. Malachi is learning quick on the fly, just like every other freshman. So everything is going pretty well right now.
Go ahead, Stephen Smith.
Hey, Jordan, just what have you learned from being around Daniel Wright on that back end? What has D. Wright taught you as a player?
D. Wright is very smart back there, of course. He's been here for about three to 4 years, so he knows just about everything. So just him on the side of me, knowing what to do and telling me what to do, everything is just going very well.
Over to James Ogletree.
Hey, Jordan, you mentioned Kellen Mond, but I also wanted to ask, how much does it help to have such an athletic guy as Will Anderson coming off the edge, and just what did you think out of Will in his first game on Saturday?
Oh yeah, Will is going to be a great player. Every day he comes to practice, he works hard. He's dominating everybody just like his opponent we playing every week. So I have a very bright future for him.
Charlie Potter, go ahead.
Hey, Jordan, you kind of mentioned stepping into a leadership role. Just how have you found yourself being more vocal after you were kind of learning from guys like Xavier McKinney and those guys last year?
Yeah, guys like Shaheem, Jared Maiden, Xavier McKinney, they all taught me very well. I was in there coming in on third down last year, learning and taking notes from them and what they were doing, and that's what made me become a better player back there and better leader.
We'll go back over to James Ogletree.
Yeah, Jordan, I also wanted to ask you about Josh Jobe getting another chance to be the starter. What did you think of how he played on Saturday, and what's your relationship like with him?
Oh, Josh Jobe, of course, he's from the same area, Florida, South Florida. He played a very great game. He had some deflections, some great tackles on the edge. We are very confident in him and his skill out there on that island. We love him.
Mike Rodak, go ahead.
Similar question just with Daniel Wright and how much you were able to practice with him last year and how has that translated to being on the field with him, so far this year?
Yeah, last year we were both twos, so we already had created a great bond last year. So just coming in this year, we're even more intact and more comfortable back there together.
Do we have any other questions for Jordan? Back over, this will be the last question. Back over to Stephen.
Hey, Jordan, just going back to Kellen Mond, how does facing a guy like Mac Jones in practice, the way he throws the ball, get the ball out quick, how does that prepare you for a Kellen Mond?
Of course, Mac Jones, he can run as well. He throws the ball very well, so he's very much of a dual threat. And we have Bryce Jones, who is very much of a dual threat as well. So practicing against those guys is going to be a great preparation for this guy, Kellen Mond. Bryce Young.
All right. Thank you, Jordan.